like to have the second and quick comments from all of you after you have heard the other speakers one by one. So, Mr. Somnath Payal, please, for your final comments.
Thank you, Somnath. So, like we're talking about printing and market share. So, in printing, as one of them said about our life of products. So nowadays, customer wants a product which is going to work for somewhere around 5 to 6 years. In that, Inkjet is taking a good market share on laser. And apart from it, tier 2, tier 3 is also expanding a lot in terms of printing because e-commerce and packaging, and apart from it, other portions of this country is also growing. So we are also need to think about it. How can we reach to a customer? What all services we can offer to them? What all solutions we can give? And printer is not just a box moving thing. Nowadays, a printer is a solution wherein customer can do printing through their mobile. If I'm traveling somewhere, I want to do some urgent printing, I can print through email or maybe through cloud. So all those solutions has to be there, and this already came up and we are working on it, and we are giving those solutions. In fact, other competitors also are giving those solutions. So we have to think on those lines which make customers' life easy, and corporate customers also look for a solution where they need a kind of solution where customer can make a data automatic, when they can get and generate our database wherein the customers, our user are printing, what printing they had done, what quota we can share. All those solutions can be given to the customers. So we are working on that, we are thinking on that those lines. And thank you so much, Mohan.
Thank you very much. That's a nice perspective of that it should have a 5 to 6 year cycle, plus the focus on tier 2, tier 3 cities, which is the growing geography of this industry. Now I request Nitish Gulati to tell his final comments, please.
Thank you. So after listening to everyone, I think you must have known that printer is just not a box. It is more than a box. You know, with the latest technology trends, the printing industry is growing day by day with all the technological enhancements and everything. So, you know, the printing industry, is very important for the printing industry to cope up with all the latest trend which is happening in the market. So, how we can utilize AI. So, the next big thing is coming is the voice command printing, which is the next big thing will be coming. So, and the best part of printing industry is printers have been used in each and every segment, whether it's a home segment, SOHO, B2B, government, or for end users. So printer is a kind of a IT product which is used by each and every users, and it is required everywhere. So our focus is totally, with us here, we wanted to develop a printers which will fulfill each and every requirement, and very proudly we are fulfilling the 90% of the user requirements through printing. Right? So these are main mottos. So whether it's A4 printing, A3 label printing, each and every solution is there, and each of the solution is required by each and every industry, whether it's FMCG, manufacturing, and everything is required. So going forward, box moving will not be the way forward. It's more than a technology-driven product, which will be the next big thing happening in India. So luckily, and also maybe the Make in India concept developed by the government, and a lot of the government initiatives are there. So printing, you will see, is much more than it grow very rapidly in the coming time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you alluded to the fact that it's moving now towards technology, and technology is going to drive many parts of this ecosystem, including the consumption. I don't know whether there is data, but a lot of printing, as all of you spoke about this, is done, the primary device being the mobile phone. That means you have, because of the very advanced WhatsApp technology now, which you can have, God knows, a 100-page document in WhatsApp, and you go to a nearby printer on the roadside and you print it out. So that is a type of mobility and convenience which you get. You are suddenly traveling from here to Bombay, and then you said, oh, I've got to print these things. After landing in the airport, you go to the nearby, any shop, and and just use your phone to print it. So technology is really changing, and though the initial document is stored in the digital format, finally you need a printed format for doing your business, etc., etc. So now I'd like to request Ms. Arushi Rajpal, as you know, she alluded to the fact that they are now artificial intelligence driven printers, and the next phase is the IoT enabled printing, and obviously the cyber risks and other things associated with anything with that type of technology. May I request her to elaborate a little bit on how these new technologies, which are part of the fourth industrial revolution, things like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, etc., are going to impact this industry, a kind of a peep into the future.
AI-driven printing is basically when the printer has gotten used to your data. It's seeing how you're using your printer and what frequency you're using and all of those things. And it's predicting when it's going to break down, when it needs to have preventive maintenance, and it enables you to do more monitoring with respect to enterprises. So this is something that we're not talking about in the future. It's already here. These things are happening, like we're saying, so that there's reducing of downtimes, increasing the productivity, and consumables are also now auto-shipped. So when your toner or your cartridge gets over, the printer sends a command to your e-com agent and it gets right shipped to your office or to your home place. So these are things that are already happening. And when we talk about IoT, it again brings in a lot of convenience. If I want to print something before I reach home, it can be done. Everything can be done through a small device from our phones. So organizations are also starting to treat printers like any other IT endpoint now. Again, not a small box anymore, just filled with a lot of interconnectivity and connectivity to the environment as well, to our ecosystem as well.
Thanks so much to tell us so much about what's happening in the future, which is going to happen in the future. All these things are happening right now. So you can imagine the complete multiplication of the consumption market, because though, as I said, the data is stored digitally on your phone or on your laptop or desktop, but ultimately when you go to actually work on the document, you need a printout, you need to sign it, send it to people, etc., etc. So I think that is kind of the changing face of the whole thing, and I think in future the technology will get even more evolved and speeds will become much higher. Already there are technologies which tells you when your downtime will take place and when your consumables are finishing, so the order is almost automatic through the e-commerce process from your buyer. That already she has talked about. Now may I request Mr. Dhruv Mahajan to give his final comments and talk a little bit about laser printers, more about laser printers. Thank you.
Laser printers are searched for attractive volume growth, opportunities in low-cost models and management services, potential to upsell recurring supplies like toners and cartridges. I would also include copiers into this. So it's more of a service-driven market. Penetration is limited, but each unit has a higher revenue per device over life cycle. Leasing, rentals, and managed solutions are all critical elements. So overall, the big pictures is in printers, high volume, faster replacement, consumables driven growth. Whereas in copiers, we do look at low churn, higher life cycle revenue, and service driven play. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mahajan. I'd now like to request Sir Masood Khan to please give us his final comments and talk a little bit about how we see the future, because there are two markets right now. One is the market where I was discussing with earlier in the day, which is the Make in India, people like him who actually have products which they are making. But there are other manufacturers who don't do much Make in India. They are either importing or doing CKD or whatever. So these two kind of entities will be competing in the marketplace. So how he sees this as going forward, and what are the competitive scenarios of this in the Indian market? What do you say?
Thank you, sir. As I have already told you, it's a time for India to focus more on indigenous product. When we, from the schooling days, we have been, college days, we have been thought about that every industry, any new products, any new inventions which comes into the world, which will have a lead time of 20 years. After 20 years, the technology grows or it fades or somehow it changes its values. Here I could see this the printing industry is growing day by day, and the volumes are phenomenal now. The people who pay now, the basic difference we should understand is that on the quality. I could see that further to the developments of increase in the per capita income. The spending is gone up. People now, Indians want the best, not the cheap. So whoever focus on the best product, the deliverance and brand building, I think we can make the industry grow, product grow. And it is not the end, it is, as you said, the final government, it is just starting now. Next 10 years time, we could see India in a better level. And I could also foresee that all the international companies, MNCs, will start manufacturing in India because of the high growth consumptions happening in India. So we are one among them, and it's just a beginning, and we have to work on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Masood. I'd now like to request Mr. Umashankar Mahalingam to talk a little more about the commodity cycle, because what he spoke earlier was a very important thing, and how it impacts the cost structure, etc., and how it will go forward. And what are the changes he's seeing? Like he talked about new metals, composite metals, and other inputs which can change the face of the industry. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Alternate methods I would mention here, like it's all about this FRP, GRP. FRPs, we all know this, fiber reinforced plastics and glass reinforced plastics. And many things even India did not know, or they are not into it, is all about the GRC, UHPC. This is all good going in Middle East and well-developed countries. So this replaces all the traditional commodities like cements and other infrastructure-related things. Right. So it's better, I would say, it's better to invest on a one-time tooling cost rather than getting into a fabrication of the sheet metal. So this is what the way we can see into it, and then to overcome all the challenges, to face or to face the commodity cycle, because you cannot avoid this commodity price increase. This is inevitable, and whenever this dollar keeps falling down, the dollar index, it's a combination of all the developed currencies. Whenever it falls down, the emerging market gets increased, means it booms out. So it means the manufacturing is going to do good. Overall, the Indian performance is going to be good. Good in the sense we are going to even outperform the US market and the European market. But the challenges being faced by the manufacturing industries because of this commodity price, that has to be taken care so as to be into the right track. So that is what I mean to say here. So kind of good innovations, kind of good alternate methodology or the alternate materials which has to take care of us so as to be in the right profitable track. That is what I mean to say here. And this is going to last for another 8 years, I would say, because as I see, it starts from 1985, the dollar keeps on falling down. Dollar index, don't confuse on dollar and then don't confuse on the dollar index. So dollar index is already making a lower low, so which has been expected to fall till around 60 plus. So obviously the metal prices are going to get increased. So that is what I'm trying to say. This is what the big challenges where the manufacturing industry, especially the manufacturing in the printing industry, we are going to face it. So be prepared for that and be very smart enough to attack all this kind of challenges. Thank you.
Excellent point. I think you have a commodity arbitrage plus a currency arbitrage, both hitting you. And the way to take care of the commodity arbitrage is to go for newer metals, which he alluded to and spoke a little bit about. And it is better to spend on the one-time tooling cost and go for the new metals rather than get hit by the commodity arbitrage. As far as the currency arbitrage is concerned, it's outside your control because the dollar-rupee currency or any two currencies anywhere in the world is a function of what the country is importing and exporting at a micro level. And as you know, we are all very dependent on imports of energy, petroleum and fertilizer, which are two largest items. And as a result of which we continue to be a weak rupee, and I'm sure it will change going forward in the future. I think we have now come to the end of our panel discussion, and I think all of us have highlighted very interesting points, right from technology to commodities, metals, to tier 2, tier 3 city distribution, to innovations in not only laser printing but other printing devices and the entire ecosystem. So I think I want to thank all the panel members for this exciting panel discussion, and I would like to now hand over to the organizers for taking it forward.
Sir, I request you to please come forward as you had some few words to say. So can you please, sir, come forward because we want to thank to some special members here, and then we'll proceed.
Swapan has taken so much of initiative, calling us all the way.
Industrial inkjet sets, printers for packaging, textile, customization, like Mr. Nitish mentioned, absolutely correct. So printers are evolving from being like a simple device to intelligent, well-connected, eco-friendly, and maybe endpoints that add more value to the customer as well as the businesses alike. So part one. Secondly, when it comes to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, they are not, again, lagging behind in any way because thanks to inexpensive smartphones, rollout of 4G, 5G, UPI, they're very digitally savvy now. So again, there's like numbers have been already substantiated, like 60% increase of new e-commerce that they've been doing. Consumer durables also, consumer electronics also now being purchased into these cities. So their adoption is also going to be very fast and rapid with respect to printing technology, again, given the work from home culture. So they would also need, SMBs would also start needing Wi-Fi enabled app controlling printers. Naturally, their price point has to be such that it brings in the best of both for them. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a very, very good insight into what's happening in the industry. You have covered all the points, particularly the savviness of the consumers in the tier 2, tier 3 industry, the high adoption rate, and I'm sure the younger generation who are the actual users now have a completely different mindset, especially when you talked about connected printers, the IoT devices, and how the whole digitization is embracing this printing industry. Thank you so much. I would now like to request Mr. Dhruv Mahajan, International Business Development Head of 9-Star Image Technologies, and I would like to request him to talk about the latest technology and market trends and in specific reference to the laser printers.
The laser printer market is quite a upgrowing market, and it is twice as fast as copiers since printers are lower cost and more prone to replacement and upgrades. And the laser printer install base is 3x larger than the copier base. Given India's enterprise and SMB growth, printer penetration suggests a mature but still an expanding market. copier penetration lags and high replacement cycles imply slowly churn but also a stable driven business. The market maturity and the growth outlook for the printers is high annual sale, market likely moderate to high growth driven by SMEs, education and urban procurement, inkjet to laser migration further supports expansion. These are the main takeaways for the laser printers as of now.
Thank you very much for giving us the perspective on laser printers. And yes, it's moving from just like moving boxes to more technologically advanced product categories. Now I would like to request Mr. Masood Khan, who is the founder of Image King, and it's a 30-year-old organization, and he has very interesting points which I was discussing when I was meeting him a little earlier. And he made a very important point that India is such a large country where the actual consumption of these products takes place. And there's no reason why we should not make everything in India for us. It's make in India and use in India. And that's the theme we should go for. And the other thing I learned when I was talking to him earlier in the day was that the cutting edge of running any business, or the cutting edge of developing any business, is to have always very high quality and not have the fear factor of price and keep reducing your price. So over to you, sir.
Happy morning. Thank you very much to NCN, Sopan and Sukanta Devji for giving me this opportunity. This is the first stage after launching our first Make in India printer. I was very keen that after serving this industry for more than 35 years, our company is 30 years young, and I wanted to do certain things better for the industry as well as for the country. We have been witnessing various brands of printers and supplying cartridges from past 30 years. We are one among the few companies who have started refilling and introduced refilling technology to Indian market. We are at least in South India, Chennai, Madras used to be called those days. So we used to have a lot of refilling, and then slowly company emerged according to the industry developments. I could witness huge changes in the industry, positive changes rather, and to want to do something to the country as well as to the industry with the knowledge what the industry has given to me from these 3 decades. So I always have a passion of doing something, what next. Started in Chennai with a small humble background, then we went on to develop a big compatible cartridge national brand. We have across India distributor network for the Image King brand, what we have built so many years. With this grace, with our partners' support, the brand is well established. And what next? So we introduced thermal printers, then we introduced barcode printers. Still, the what next? The subject was keep murmuring me in my mind. तो कुछ करते हैं, क्या करें, नेक्स्ट क्या करें? तो हिंदी इसके लिए बोल रहा हूँ कि हम लोग we are all from the country, and I'm very glad that NCN has given me an opportunity to sit along with the national leaders of this industry, and so we thought, okay, why not build a printer? It was a small idea. We thought छोटा सा असेंबलिंग कर लेंगे, जितना हमारा नॉलेज है प्रिंटर सर्विस ये सारा तो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, तो असेंबलिंग कर लेंगे, ऐसा करके हमने शुरुआत की थी। शुरुआत तो कर ली हमने, लेकिन उसके बाद समझ में आता है कितना ड्राइवर्स का प्रॉब्लम है इसमें, कितना प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकते हैं। करीबन 3 साल लगा मुझे कि एक प्रिंटर सही तरह बनाने में। सारा प्रिंटर तैयार हो गया, फिर से ड्राइवर्स जो चाहिए थे इसके सारे कुछ बन गए, तो हमने प्रिंटर लॉन्च किया। फर्स्ट लॉट प्रिंटर में इतना हम लोग को प्रॉब्लम्स सहन करना पड़ा, तो वी हैव टू कॉल बैक ऑल द प्रिंटर्स and because of the drivers it was I repeat, it is not only the hardware matters, it is the drivers and service, everything, lot of things involved. I can talk so much about it, and so we have to call back all our printers, then made the arrangements. It took another 4-5 months to get the printers rectified and again relaunched it. With His grace, now the printers are really going great, and it is a rugged printers, and the users, whoever is using it, there are a lot of hospitals, there are a lot of big corporates who bought the printer, and अच्छा feedback आया है और काफ़ी अच्छा है। मेरा और एक सपना था कि अपने इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के लिए हम लोग एक देसी प्रिंटर बनाते हैं, so that सेल्फ रिलायंस, जैसे अभी सुकांत जी साहब से बात कर रहे थे तो बता रहा था मैं कि इंडिया इज ग्रोइंग एंड ध्रुव हैज आल्सो गॉट लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द प्रिंटर सेल इन द मार्केट एंड ही हैज मेड लॉट ऑफ एनालिसिस. द पेपर व्हिच ही इज कीपिंग इज वेरी वाइटल एंड आई एम रियली सरप्राइज्ड टू सी इतना टाइम बना के ध्रुव ने इसको बनाया है, और आई कुड सी दैट, यू नो. As per the analysis what Dhruv has made, around 3.2 lakh units have been sold in India. It's quite amazing. And he says every printer, inkjet printer sales, laser printer is taking over, laser printer is growing, and the replacement, the new printer timing is also very high. He says as per the analysis, laser printers take 10 years time for the new printer to be purchased, so the lead time was very high, and lot of things. My thing is that I have started the journey of making the first printer in India with self-made and our own drivers. So it's a journey started, and we all have to continue making the government's initiative, because government में जितने भी IAS officers रहते हैं, जितने भी ministers होते हैं, जो भी planning करते हैं, करना तो हम लोग को ही है. हम लोग सिर्फ वाह या criticize करते हुए बैठे रहेंगे कब तक? कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग को शुरुआत कर रहे हैं. तो Make in India initiative is a really good initiative what government of India has been investing on. A lot of support government is doing it. And not only the monetary support, it is lot of support. Okay, monetary is also one of the small subject where we can talk about. So I plead and request all the Indians to come forward and start initiating the self manufacturing in India, because India, we could see from the latest trend that India's growth is really phenomenal now. So the consumption is also gone good. So we can make things in India and export to the world also. So this is my initiative and my invitation to all of you, and it is happy that we are successfully launched the printer here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very, very good insight on a person who started a journey 30 years back, did his own Make in India product, and he took us through the journey. It took him 3 years to make it, and then he had to call back most of the products because he had to redo the drivers, etc., etc. So the Make in India journey is a long journey, but it is a journey which is worthwhile taking, because after that it's your product. So obviously he did not go into the details because of time. There was not naturally a lot of research and development which he did while making this printer, and I'm sure he created new intellectual property rights, which I'm sure he has registered, because the backbone of any industry, printing is no exception, is to do your own research and development in the country get your own IP, register the IP in your company's name as well as it remains in India, and then manufacture in India. So this is the complete cycle, and it is being consumed in India, and he said also we can export to the other markets. So I think that is the real journey which we are seeing of the printing industry, and I am so glad we heard it from one of the veterans of the industry. That's the journey from 100% importation to CKD and then manufacture and then making high value products where you can then start exporting to the rest of the world. So I'd now like to request, there is another very important thing which impacts this industry, which is this industry uses a lot of commodities. Now, as you know, commodities go through a cycle. So it's every 5, 6, 7 years, depending on what the commodity is. I'd like to request Mr. Umashankar Mahalingam of College Air India to talk a little bit about how the prices of the raw materials and the commodities which impact this industry, how it is impacting the ecosystem of printing. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I'll just share you the challenges what the manufacturing. As such, it is not only for the printer, it's for the entire manufacturing industry what we are going to face or what we are already facing. There is a little connection between this US dollar index. As and when it depreciates, obviously the commodity price gets increased, right? During this time, if you see, the emerging markets where the Nifty has a big portion into it, we all outperform the US market and also the European market. But the challenges what we face here is, it's all about the commodities. Commodities as such, it includes all the commodities like steel, aluminium, zinc, especially the leader which is going to be the red metal, the copper. In turn, which will increase the cost of the motors and the wires. This is all are going to be the challenges in the future, right? This is going to impact a big on the manufacturing in terms of challenging all the cost, the direct material cost. So what I would like to see here is, yes, the growth is going to be good, but how we are going to overcome this cost being challenged by the commodity price increase, because we are already into this commodity bull run. Especially we started by this 2019 or 20. Now we are in the mid. Another 5 to 6 years, the commodity price is going to challenge us in all terms. So I would say that we have to get into kind of an alternate methodology or kind of moving towards the composites, which can also support us in place of steel or in place of extrusions. The aluminum extrusions, wherein which the printer industry, what I have seen is, it is mostly consumed in the printing industries actually, for stability, for all the complete printer manufacturing. Especially without steel, we cannot do anything here. So it is not only for the printing industry, it's for all the entire manufacturing industry. What I can see here is the big challenge is on the commodity price increase. So we have to be prepared for this. Yes, we have to get into the kind of R&D and kind of a new alternate methodology part which we can support us and then overcome all this commodity price increase. So that is the way we are into it, and then we are into all kind of new methodology like composites and other alternate methodologies and the materials which we can use it in place of traditional commodities that are into the place, and then we have to be equipped to face all these challenges. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good. You've given a completely new perspective on how the commodity cycle impacts this industry. So we have